morning, everybody, whether you're on the East Coast, West Coast, or around the world. This is Coast to Coast. What's happening, guys?
Good. How you doing?
It's New Year's Eve.
Yeah, Happy New Year's Eve.
The 365th day of the year.
Yeah. Who's making it to midnight?
I will be. I think I'm going to go watch the Goo Goo Dolls.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Where's that at?
Atlantic City.
Okay.
Nice.
That should be fun.
Do a little gambling too.
I have no idea who the Goo Goo Dolls are.
Oh, big band from the 90s.
Yeah.
Like what? What do they sing?
You know, I can't think of the titles of their songs, but I can promise you if I find one and play one, if you just go on to Spotify and hit Goo Goo Dolls and the first number one song, you'll know them. They had a couple big songs. They were, I feel like they were like they make like CW music. I call it. Right? You think
Hold on. See, now I have to go look it up myself because of course let's see what they have. This guy.
Of curiosity.
Yeah, well, I just have no idea. They're from Buffalo. Go figure.
Yeah. What is it? Iris? Iris is, I think, the big song.
That's what it's called. There's one called Iris and Slide and Tonight Together, Black Balloon, Here Is Gone, Come to Me.
Yeah.
Sure.
I believe you.
Well, I would say Iris works because if I'm looking at Spotify, Iris is like 2 billion downloads. So that's their song for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, they've come through here. They played the Winery here a couple years ago, like 2 years ago. So they're kind of like one of those 90 bands that are doing the casino circuit in a sense, right? They're still out there.
Well, that's where I'm going to go see them, at the Hard Rock Cafe.
Yeah,
casino.
Like I want to like catching it like at the EQC over here in Seattle or something.
I mean, it's because they pay them so well. The casinos pay artists and comedians really well.
Mm-hmm.
Go figure.
Like I remember one of the guys from King of Queens, not the main guy, but like his buddy, comedian. He played at
Patton Oswalt.
Yeah, there we go. Patton Oswalt. He played I think it was like Angel of the Winds, right? And he was supposed to have an hour set. And everybody was so drunk that when he came out, they were just like yelling at him like King of Queens, right? Like everybody's just destroyed in there. And they're just like, yeah, you probably only need to be here for like a half hour, right? So they cut his show in half in real time. Like he was, and he's like, okay. And they're like, and we're still going to pay you everything. Like, okay. Like,
yeah.
Well, you know what? That actually protects them because nobody else will want to play there again.
Oh, for sure.
So if they take care of the artist in a way that's so much better than what they're expecting, it lets them know that, okay, this is a artist friendly place.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny because he talks about this story in his stand-up when he goes other places. So he brings up the casino and the Seattle area in his stand-up because he's like, this was the weirdest show I've ever done.
And Angel
and now I go back every month. Now I go back every month because they keep paying me.
Yeah, and I'm not sure that it was Angel of the Winds. Might have been Tulalip or something, but
yeah. Well, I was to say like because Angel of the Winds gets a lot of shows, but it's funny because it's not a bit like it's like the off strip casino if you were in Vegas or something, right? It's like, it's very small, very small.
During COVID, I actually went there a few times because it was one of the few things that was actually open.
Yep.
And that casino has a bowling alley.
Oh.
So it was like, okay, I'll go play some, go play some bowling and get some food. And it made it so that because you were drinking and eating, You didn't have to have your stupid mask on.
You gamble on your bowling? Does it give you odds? Say, hey, listen, we know how you bowl, and if you break 120,
that would be awesome.
Yeah, you know.
That would be pretty great. I think I don't think that would work because you'd have people sandbag about 5 games and then go in and just dominate.
Yeah, but I mean, you think about that. It's going to you're going to be high initially, so it's going to give you a high number. Like, okay, you have to break 200, and gotcha. And it's going to know how you're bowling. Like AI could figure that all out if you're cheating. So I mean, I think it could. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm a terrible bowler. Like I like my number would be 115. If I broke 115, that would mean that I had a great game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I used to be a good
most
bowler.
of the time.
Yeah. I used to be a good bowler way back in the day, and then I just didn't bowl for like 15 years. So now I'm terrible.
Yeah. I was in a beer league for a little while, and my most exciting moment for myself, though, was I actually bowled a 200. It was the game of my life, even though it's 300 is the best game. I got a 200 in this beer league, and it was cool because you have to be in a lot of the bowling leagues, like even if it's just a fun league, you have to join the ABA. So I was a member of the ABA, and because I got a 200, they actually sent my score in, and I got a little coaster. So I have a little coaster that the ABA sent me for a 200 game. And I'm like, nice. Oh, I'll keep that. That's like my trophy. I've never bowled anything better than that, and I never will again. But
so I had back when I bowled all the time as a kid. I had a perfect game at the one that was right next to Walmart off of 164, and so my name was on the wall there for years until it became Bolero now, but it used to be Majestic Lanes, and but now, because I bowl like once every 5 years, my number is like a 150.
I mean, that's crazy to me because like 150 is good. Like that means you're hitting at least 4 or 5 strikes in a game. I'm lucky if I get I was lucky if I got like 1 or 2. If you're hitting like a 150 score, you're hitting at least 4 or 5 strikes in a game. You probably got a turkey.
Well, it's not like I forgot how to bowl. It's just you don't have any practice. Right. Yeah. So like when I bowl, I still arc the ball and like all of that. Like it's
Did you have the bumpers up?
No, that actually messes me up. because I arc the ball, if the bumpers are up, I'll actually snag it because I tend to hang the ball kind of right next to the gutter. Right. And so if the bumpers were there, my shot would be destroyed.
So usually my best shot is my first shot. Typically because the ball is dry and I am a straight shooter. So I line up very specifically and I am hitting straight because I can't do the curve. Yeah. I'm not a good curve guy. So I'm going to go straight, and it usually goes straight and I can get it right there to the left of the first and, like where I'm hitting the 1-2 pin, I guess.
Yeah.
Could be the 1-3. I don't know how it goes. Right in the right spot where it works. And I'll get the first ball will be a strike. After that, I try to recreate that, but I can't dry the ball off enough.
Sure.
So that it does that because the oil actually then moves the ball. I almost liken it to curling, where the oil now that the ball is gone, the oil actually has separated a little bit, and now it's like if you hit that oil slick, it starts to slide a little bit.
Well, and it's funny because if the floor is oiled correctly, the first bit of it has quite a bit of oil, and then after I think it's the last third, the middle does, but the edges have less, which is how you get that extra bite. And then over the course of a tournament, obviously the oil gets drug out there, and so you have to adjust your game as it goes. But But yeah,
I'm a weird person. Like when I get up there, like first bowl usually is like a 14 or 15 pound ball. I like to throw the heavier ball. And then like when I'm like you, like if I got like one or two and I'm trying to get this like the one in the corner, I use a lighter ball. So I'll go down to like an 11 or a 12, which I can just huck like halfway down the lane, and you'll see me do that. But yeah, usually I like to start with a heavy, and then I pick up my spares. I try to pick up my spares with a lighter ball.
So the only one that
I kind of do similar.
So I use a 16 all the time, unless it's a 7-pin, because I arc to the left, right? So I'm pulling it away from that pin. So then I go grab a styrofoam ball, right? One of the little kid balls. It's like a 10 or whatever. And then you're throwing it hard enough that the spin can never actually bite. So then my ball will go straight, because I can't bowl straight to save my life anymore.
See, I can bowl straight clear as day. So if I have one pin up, that's a spare for me most of the time. You know what I mean? Unless I screw it up and it's like, yep. The biggest problem I have is that the ball holes are not big enough.
Oh yeah, you got
my fingers. Oh, I don't use them. I don't use the holes.
Oh, I have to.
So I actually palm the ball, and I just have the 2 fingertips and 2 holes. I don't use the thumb hole at all.
Oh, interesting.
See, and I use the thumb hole.
Yeah, I'm like
to kind of control it all. Like, it doesn't matter whether I have the 2 fingers in. The thumb hole is where I have all my control.
Yeah, see, I actually it's just the 2, because I spin the ball. So the way that I hold the ball is I palm it, and then as I release, I'm coming up like I'm going to shake your hand. And so if my thumb was in that, it'd try and break my thumb off. You know, that sideways motion would not be awesome. And so, yeah, I just use the tips of the 2 fingers, and then, yeah, I just let her rip.
And this is why I am a terrible bowler.
Yes.
Just a different style. I mean, there are people that bowl straight that that bowl good, right? Like so.
As long as I don't gutter, I'm happy, right? That's all.
So that's the thing, is my first game will be my worst game of the day.
Wow.
Like my first game will be terrible. It'll be like a 100 at best, right? Like you're just like, oh man, let's get into triple digits. This is rough. And then my third game will probably be like when I actually start playing well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about right.
So. Unless, of course, you're playing with people that constantly, and then all of my games will suck.
Yeah. I get better the drunker I get. That's me. The more beers I have, the better bowling I get. The better bowling I am.
Because it's a solid rule of thumb.
It's weird. I think it's because
my game isn't good. Let me have a beer, because then at least then I won't think about it.
Well, I think that's what it is. I think the more beers I have, the more relaxed and like and I just throw the ball, and I'm not like over focused, and I don't overcorrect or I don't overthrow, and I actually throw a better ball because I'm less paying attention. You know, I'm paying attention. Like I'm like, all right, you know, I'm just getting up here and throw the ball. And I'm happy. So I feel like I get better on because I have more beers as I go.
Yeah, I think I don't know that I bowled this year at all. Like it's literally something I do like once a year or every couple years.
We also don't have the traditional bowling alleys here in Seattle anymore. Now it's all like the fancy bowling where it's like, it's, you know, you have leather couches and they bring drinks to you.
Lucky Strike. They're called Lucky Strikes.
Yeah, right? It's all like,
so we do
$100 to go bowling.
Yeah, well, they are expensive even if you go to the normal ones. So you still have some normal ones. So Bolero is a normal Brunswick lane. Used to be Majestic. It's at by Walmart off of 164. So that's what Linwood, I guess. Yeah. There's Kenmore Lanes still there. It's still the same place it always was. The one in Totem Lake is still around. So I mean, you do have some normal lanes. It is really expensive to go bowling now, though.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But this conversation makes me want to go throw some balls in the gutter.
Yeah, let's go bowling.
What else you got to do on New Year's?
whatever the one is, the bowling that lights up. I bet you they're going to do it at the bowling alley for New Year's, where they do all the pins and they light them up, and you can win money.
Yeah, cosmic bowling. Cosmic
glow
bowling.
Glow bowling.
Yeah, I used to. That's what I used to do all the time when I was younger. Right, is we'd go cosmic bowling because you'd pay like $20 and you'd play for 4 hours.
Yeah, from 10 to 2.
Yeah.
And you'd have waitress service.
Exactly. Yeah, no, it was fantastic. But
I do darts now.
You had to be really careful about who you took with you, though, because you inevitably always had that one person that would disappear constantly, and you're just like, y'all are killing me. Like, like there's not that much cool stuff at a bowling alley. Like, why are you always gone?
No.
That's called they're powdering their nose.
Right? Or they're like, oh, we went to the bathroom again. And it's like,
well, that's exactly what they're doing at the bathroom. We had to go to the bathroom again. Oh, I tell you, I got them sniffles.
If that was the case, they'd bowl a little better.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Instead of bowling, I do darts.
See, I wish I could do darts. I'm too short. I'm always throwing. I feel like when I'm throwing up. Like I can't be. I'm not at like eye level at the boards, so I can have like a nice throw. Like I feel like I have to arc and throw up because I'm so.
Throw harder.
I'm so short.
Yeah, that's actually so. That's exactly it. You don't have to throw up. You just throw hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that when you think of it like a bullet rather than a basketball.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I guess I'm throwing it like a basketball because I'm always like trying to like get the arc going so like I can get it up high, get in there.
Get that snap out of your wrist, and it'll be more of a laser shot.
Okay.
And I'm in the point now where I'm figuring out whether. So there's 2 ways of throwing the dart. You can go, foot forward or sideways.
Oh yeah.
I've always been a sideways shooter because I've felt that I'd get a little bit closer. And the little bit closer would actually give me a little bit more aim. Truth of the matter is that you have a truer aim when you put your foot
point
forward.
The toe. Yeah.
Right. Because there you're getting more direct. But I'm at that point right now where it's like, which way do I want to go with that? Because ultimately, I am at a point where I'm an okay dart player. Not great, but okay, as we get into the playoffs, being an okay dart shooter is actually good because we have very high, like good dart shooters on our team.
Sure.
So we play baseball. So this is not, if we were playing English darts, a whole different scenario. I used to be very good at English darts, but I'm playing wooden darts now. This is American darts. So it's like the woodies. So we're playing baseball 1 through 9, got to, count them up and stuff like that. So, and I shoot roughly about a 23, 24 average.
Okay.
A 27, like if I'm hitting 3 per inning in the playoffs, that's amazing because now I'm shooting much higher above and because I'm a lower rank, it actually lowers our team score down that we need. So we have some guys that are like, they shoot 45s and 50s on the consistent. If you shoot a 38 when you're shooting a 50, when your average is 46, that's a big deal. 8 darts down. You have to be on your average all the time. In my case, if I'm a little off, if I shoot a 22, 2 darts off of 24 is not so bad. But in the playoffs, I bring it and I, shoot like a 25.
Does yours,
26. Nice.
Since yours has a little bit of a handicap, right? Based on skill of the players, does yours have the, if you like far outperform it, does it have the, because I know there's some leagues that if you're like way out of the range, that sometimes it'll actually count against you by having like a great round.
So, for instance, like if I'm a 24 and I happen to shoot a 39 or 40, they give you the over 15 plaque. but they take the average of all your games. So every once in a while, you shoot a great game. Like I'll shoot an amazing game. For some reason, I'm seeing the board really well. I'll be hitting 6s and 7s. Like I am always around the number, but I'm always just a little out here and there. Like so, I could, I'll shoot one inning, it'll be like a 2. The next inning, it'll be like a 6. Most innings, it's like a 4. You know what I mean? So it's like and then some innings it's just a 0, but they're all around where I'm supposed to be shooting.
Yeah.
So when all the darts hit great that day, I could hit a 39. Like there was one time I carried the team where all the good shooters were shooting horrible, but I shot like a 36. When I'm a 23, it's like that's 13 darts is a big number. So that took, so the 2 guys that shot 6 under or 6, under and 7 under, I covered them, and then everybody else just was even. And that was enough to beat the other side because the other team shot like crap.
Yeah. And then they were looking at you like, who is this guy?
With the ringer.
Well, it's so amazing how it's like, there's days when I can see the board great and like dark bars for some reason or another, I can't see the board as well. But when it's a very well lit board, I'm like dead on. So it's like it's almost like I want to bring my own light with me and be like,
I was gonna say, you just have one of your guys like shining a flashlight on it.
So, but I mean it's a common thing because and it's like dark boards, I'm not shooting as well. Light boards, I shoot great, like well above average. The problem is that we're playing in bars and most of them are dark boards.
Yeah.
So that's what keeps my average low.
Yeah. Maybe I'll try the platforms as Joe suggests, and I'll see if I can't do something there.
Now, it does make sense that your aim might get a little bit better if you're pointing the toe, though, because it squares your shoulders up a little more. Yeah. You probably have to slide over half a step, but yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, no.
Because instead of
here's how
you'd be coming from the side.
And here's how I get better at darts.
So you also don't throw sidearm.
Yeah.
No, sidearm would, like you could, but you'd have to practice that a lot.
Yeah, you're not gonna when you're throwing it out here, you don't have any, like you want to almost you want to see the spot. Like I aim for, I go off of the Patriot, aim small, miss small. Like that's what you want to do. Like you want to aim for a dot. You don't want to aim for a color.
Exactly.
Because if you aim for the color, you miss the color. You know what I mean? You aim for the dot. The hardest part is that when I hit my dot, now what am I aiming for? You know what I mean? It's like oh damn, I got my spot now.
You aim for the back of that same dart.
Robin Hood it.
Yep.
Down the middle.
That don't work the way that you think it does, because then kisses can go anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. A lot of times it doesn't even stick to the board after that.
Yeah.
So, but I've also done it where I've had 2 darts that have like kind of blocked my view, and I was able to go to the side and then nail it in there.
Oh, nice.
Because we have a barrier, and as long as you don't cross that barrier, you can go off to the side and such like that. So it's kind of like sidearm. It's just you're not sidearming it; you're just moving all the way over to be able to get that spot.
Yeah,
and then there was pool.
Haven't played darts in a while.
Yeah, my bar sports, I can't do pool either. My bar sports are shuffleboard and golden tee. I can play those really well. That's it.
I do love a tournament length shuffleboard table. A 22-footer, awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
With that's sanded properly.
Yes.
Yes.
Or
gotta be sanded.
Or if it's just a terrible table, but the table, that's always fun too. So there's this place in Eastern Washington. The town's called Roslyn, and it's an old mining town. And there's a bar there. It's one of the oldest bars in Washington State called the Brick. They have a 1930s tournament table that was cared for horribly. And so there's some arcs to the table. right? But if you've played there a lot, you can plan on them. And so my buddy Scott and I, we were there, and these guys wanted to play us, right? And we're like, okay. And so we're playing for beers, right? And we are killing these guys because there's an arc to this board where you can hang 2/3 of the puck off the side and it'll come back in, right? So you could walk around other pucks and stuff. And so we crushed these guys, and we're like, hey guys, like, we know this table really well. Like this, we should probably mix up the teams. They're like, no, we're going to beat you. And we're like, okay, you guys are going to keep buying us beers. And so they finally beat us. We're like 6 games in, they finally beat us. And we're like, okay, we got it. You earned your beer. And they're like, this is going to be the best tasting beer ever. We hate you guys. We're never playing you again. It's like, no, that's
well, hey, you offered to switch up the teams. It's on them to not take the offer. So
yeah, we only hustled them the first game, right? Because we're like, we're going to win a beer for sure. And then we're like, yeah, okay. We're like, we know this table really well. They're like, no, we're going to,
because at that point, that whoever the teams are, you two have to be on the same side of the table. Because if you guys are on different sides of the table, that's not fair. You know what I mean? You guys have to be going up against each other direct. You can't be going up against like 1-1 where you guys just switch partners on the either side of the table, because
no, you stayed on the side you were on.
Yeah.
Right. And then after
I understand that, but what I'm saying is that when the moment that you were supposed to after game 4, we're like, okay, we're gonna switch this up a little bit. You though go up and face your buddy because you guys both know the table really well.
No. That's what we were trying to do. They wanted to beat us heads up. So they're like, no, we don't want to switch. We want to beat you guys. And hey, we weren't mad at it. And I mean, eventually they did. So
it only took them a 6-pack before they.
I mean, it really did. But but hey,
they got their win.
Yeah, they got their win. So, that's like Pop-A-Shot is always a good beer making game for me too. If somebody wants to lose at a bar game and buy me a beer, Pop-A-Shot is the route.
I would take you on at that.
Let's do it.
Yeah, as long as I had a practice game before, just instead of going cold. I need one practice game.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I want to see how that board actually goes.
Yeah, I would want one too, right? Because everybody's basketballs are different, the boards are different, the distance is different. So you'd want to kind of figure all of that out first.
Right. And then I would do the best of 7 against you.
Okay.
I'm pretty good at the Pop-A-Shot. I am pretty good. Especially once I get, because I'm a one-handed guy, and I'm like, and I can start to feed myself the right way, and it's once you get in that rhythm, you're good.
Yep.
Now, when it starts to move, it don't matter. It don't matter that it's moving. Keep doing the same thing.
Yep.
If the movement doesn't make a difference, everybody thinks it makes a difference. Oh, let's shoot over here. Let's shoot over here. No, right in the middle all the time.
Sounds like we're going to have a pop-off then when the Eagles come to town in the playoffs and you come to visit.
Well, yeah, listen, I
you guys got to win on Saturday. Wow. You guys got to win on Saturday. Speaking of which, we might as well talk a little bit about this. So the first game on Saturday is the Carolina-Tampa game.
Yes. Yep.
And the funny part about that is that even after that game ends, if Carolina wins, they win outright. Yeah. If Tampa wins, they got to hope and pray that the Saints win.
Yes.
A lot of people aren't giving the Saints a chance to win this game now. But yeah, I'm going with Bo with his statement yesterday. Now that Atlanta won this week, they're going to lose.
Yes.
Next week. Like they're going to lose this week. Atlanta's not going to do it. They're going to have, they're so inconsistent.
Tampa's going to sneak in there, it's going to be hilarious.
Well, do you think Tampa can actually take Carolina?
Yeah.
Are they healthy enough? Are they back and fully healthy? I know Mike Evans is back and he's raring to go, but I don't know, man. Carolina's been playing tough.
I don't trust Carolina to be consistent either. So
if
plus
the
I think
Saints win and Tampa loses, if the Saints win and Tampa loses, Tampa goes to last place.
Yes.
I tell you, there is a theory about that says it'd be worth it almost to lose that game, knowing you're not going to make it far in the playoffs. And whoever you're going to play, I mean, you can get lucky. Obviously, teams with a losing record that go into the playoffs, it's likely that they win that first home game. But
yeah, we did it here in Seattle. Everybody slept on us, and we, beast quaked.
Denver did it. Denver did it. It's like, when a team goes in with a losing record in the playoffs, they wind up winning that first home game.
Yep.
It's just it's a thing. It's a thing.
But the thing is that first home game for Tampa is either going to be against San Francisco or Seattle.
Correct.
Jeremy, the Falcons cannot win. They cannot win the division. The Falcons are done regardless. So if the Panthers win, they win. If Tampa wins and the Falcons lose, Tampa goes because they have the tiebreaker against the Panthers.
It's a three-team tiebreaker at that point, right?
Exactly. But if it's the
3-team tiebreaker favors Carolina.
Panthers. Yeah. Exactly. There's no scenario where Atlanta wins.
Yeah. All Atlanta could do is kind of like play to keep Tampa out if they hate Tampa that much.
Correct.
Right. But like we're saying, though, that first game, it's either going to be against Seattle or San Francisco. So either Carolina or Tampa is just going to go right back to dealing with one of us again this year. And I mean, we did lose to Tampa. So I don't see Tampa. If we have to play them, let's say we lose and we have to play them, I think that's our revenge game for us. I don't think Tampa's beating us second time around.
Tampa is way more hurt now than they were when we played them.
No, that's what I mean. Like, I don't think they're beating us second time around anyway. No. And then Carolina, I'm not afraid to going into Carolina 2 weeks later and playing them.
Yes, that is correct. Tampa only wins if the Falcons lose and they win. Tampa has to be.
The only thing I say about you guys going up against Carolina is that you just played them.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's what I'm saying. But I'm not too scared about that. I mean, we played them, but we beat the brakes off them in the second half. If we can,
that's the problem is we don't.
Yeah, and that's what I. And the fact that it's so close that you have to go back to the same place where you guys just beat them. It's only a couple of weeks ago, so it's like.
Well, they have to come here.
No,
because if I'm saying if the first game that we would play, Tampa's.
If we lose against the Niners,
if we lose tonight, then we're playing. We're playing them, right? Because we're 5.
No, I'm with you.
Right, and there's no chance that anybody else can get the 1 seed now. This is for the 1 seed or the 5 seed, 1 and 5. That's it.
Yeah. Because if Chicago had actually beaten San Francisco, then Chicago would be in the running. Because if we would lose, they would win that out. They would have won it.
You would have had the 1 seed already.
Yeah. Well, we would have. If Chicago
would have had the 1 seed. If Chicago won, you guys would have clinched the 1 seed.
Yes.
Are you sure? I thought Chicago needed all 3 of us to lose. They needed to beat San Francisco. They needed the Rams to lose, and they needed Seattle to lose. And then if they win their final game, they would have.
Oh, you mean for the Bears to have the number 1 seed?
For the Bears to have the number 1. But now, now it's just it's just San Fran and Seattle battling it out. Winner takes all here in San Francisco. I'm a little nervous after watching what San Francisco did to Chicago. I mean, they put up so many points.
San Fran's looked good the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, they
look really good.
They looked good on offense.
Yes.
Yeah,
they can't stop. They can't stop anything.
Well, they don't have a pass rush. Like their 2 main pass rushers are done for the year.
So I mean, it's like you're going to outscore everybody. I think they haven't played a good defense yet either. So that's gonna be the key there. Is your defense going to stifle their offense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, our defense is good enough, but it's our offense. I think our offense, even if San Francisco's playing bad D, our offense will still play down to that. I have a feeling Sam Darnold's turnover situation. I know people come. Do you trust him in a big game yet? I mean, he's won some big games, but I think it's the defense that's really won most of these games. It's not him.
Yeah, I just don't trust the offensive line. Like, that's the biggest thing for me. It's Sam Darnold is fine if you can keep him upright, but the fact that the interior of offensive line still is an issue.
Yeah.
I mean, you see what happens when Sam Darnold has to move off his spot all day. He throws a lot of picks. It's just that's who he is. So they need to find something to help shore up the interior of the offensive line so that he can stand there and deliver the ball. Because when he has time, he can throw it as good as anybody in the league. As soon as he has to move around,
done. Then
bad decisions start to come.
Yeah. And the Seahawks are what, a 1.5 point favorite, which I don't like. I'd rather have the Seahawks be the underdog.
Yeah, I mean, that's what that's what they were against the Rams too, right? Was 1 point. So I mean, like, it's that lets you know that even Vegas is like, this division is ridiculous. We don't know who's going to win any of these games.
Yeah, I don't know. That's why, Bo, you got to start giving San Francisco love, because every time you give them hate, they win. So start giving them some love so that they lose.
Yeah, I did pick Seattle in this game.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm going to go out with a bang and hope that Seattle can do something. But, I was actually, up until last week, I was looking at the playoff. I wouldn't have mind if we would have lost, because even if we lose, and I was looking at the brackets, I was like, well, then most likely, depending on you, we don't know yet if Philly or Chicago is going to get the 2 or 3, right? That's up for grabs still. Is that this?
Yeah, but the loser of this game is playing Carolina or Tampa.
Oh yeah, that's right, because the Rams lost. If the Rams had won, I was like, oh, if we can get into your bracket, if we're not going to go, I'd rather get into your bracket. If I'm not going to be the number 1 seed, then I don't want to be in the same bracket as. I'd rather have been like a 6.
No matter.
I play with Green Bay and Chicago and Philly's bracket instead of being within the space of like San Francisco again. Because essentially, we're going to play this game, then the loser is going to go play Carolina or Tampa, and then they're going to come right back and play against each other again. Because most likely Carolina or Tampa is going to lose. So we're going to see, like, in a span of like 3 weeks, 2 Seattle, San Francisco games probably.
Well, no, because you'd probably end up seeing, depending on who ends up being the 7th seed, if they were to beat Philly, you'd see them, right? Because then it comes down to record.
Oh, okay. So it's not. So we wouldn't be in the bracket of the winner of our game will automatically play San Francisco if they.
No, it comes down to records after that.
No, they reseed. They do
reseed. Okay.
Yeah, that's how you can have a wild card team go on the road and then have home games after that.
Yeah.
Yeah. If 5, 6, and 7 were to win, instead of the 2, 3, and 4 seeds, if all the road teams win, 5 seed will then have a home game.
Exactly.
I got you. Okay. Well, I was looking tickets for the championship game here in Seattle, $2,000. Normal pricing, Ticketmaster pricing without StubHub, but they're on sale.
Championship game.
For the championship game right now, it's $1,900 for the game.
That's
you can
cheap.
buy them on Ticketmaster right now.
Cheap.
So yeah, it's like $1,900 if you want to sit. Level 1, in the first 100 level, or if you want to do like the whatever you call them, the boxes. But if you want to sit in the nosebleeds, it's like $800 to $900 for a nosebleed section.
I'm fine with the 300 level ticket. Are you kidding? Right. Your viewpoint is nice.
No. So
I am not. I have to be down there.
Oh yeah, but I'm not trying to take pictures with people.
Well, if it comes down to it'd be kind of cool, because if it comes down to a Philly Seattle championship game, we'll get some nosebleed tickets then, or we'll get you can go get your $1,900 ticket. I'll buy my $900.
Right.
They won't be $1,900 then.
Yeah.
It'll be more.
Oh, it'll definitely be more. They'll be $2,500 at the start.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, you could buy. I was thinking about buying a ticket now because all they do is once they're out, they just refund it. So you can just put it on the credit card now, and then you'll know within 30 days whether or not you actually have to pay for it or not. So no interest collecting. So I was thinking about just jumping on there and grabbing some because there's tickets.
Well, the thing is that you should buy 3 of them. That's what you do. Well, I'm being honest.
Oh, no, I agree
you buy
with you.
3 of them, and then you sell 2 of them for the price, for the price and a half of your ticket, so that you get your ticket for free.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That would be the way to do that, because those tickets are going to go up. Now, I will say that there has been times that hasn't worked the way you want it to.
Sure.
But this is the NFL. This is not a concert.
Exactly. No, exactly.
Concerts can go any kind of way.
Yeah, it's not Taylor Swift, but
yeah, NFL, like the closer you get, the more expensive it'll be.
Yeah, so there's plenty of tickets. I'm going to look at them. Maybe we'll get us some tickets.
So, yeah, I was trying to see if there was a chance. The Packers are the 7th seed. They cannot. There's no chance. The Rams are the 6th seed. There's no chance of that moving. It's just the 1 and 5 seed that is open and the 4 seed that is open.
Yep.
There can be a change at the 2 and 3 seed, but that's like I said.
And really, essentially, all teams but Tampa or Carolina are locked in. So everybody else is already eliminated in the NFC, right? So we're just essentially we're playing. The only things that matter this weekend are the seeding for 1 and 5, and then whether or not it's Carolina or Tampa. Other than that, no other team is playing, and nobody else is playing for anything.
Yeah, for them, it's a division title. For us, it's obviously a division title also, but it's also number 1 seed.
Got it.
Yeah,
it's gonna be good.
I personally think that we should rest our starters. I think that we should just accept the 3 seed, get ready for the Rams. Do that. And then, I mean, the Packers-Bears, I expect the Bears to win that game. And then get ready to go play Chicago in Chicago. I think that happens. You know what I mean? And then I think, do I think that the Seahawks or the 49ers will face each other again? I do.
Of course.
I think that everybody will hold serve. I mean, it could be that the Rams actually beat the Eagles this time around, if they don't block kicks or whatever. But the Rams aren't playing very well.
Not right now.
No, they're backing in, and it's literally why McVay was saying all of their starters are playing this week. Because, you don't want to back into the playoffs, right?
Well,
they're like 1 and 3 in the last 4, right?
Plus, if I would think if Stafford has a shot to continue to keep his MVP status going, he's going to need all his stars out there to play because he's going to need to put up numbers this game, right? So that's also probably that he's also probably, I would say, doing it in order to help Stafford along instead of saying, well, no, we'll bench you. There goes your MVP because Drake May's going to get an extra game out of him.
Well,
I don't think New England's going to rest Drake or anybody, right? They're going to play that. They're going to play their team to the very end.
Even if you were going into Monday night thinking week 18 you weren't going to start him, as bad as that Monday night experience was, you have to let all those guys play. Like you can't go into the playoffs with that as your last game.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, you don't want that vibe. So hopefully they can come out. They can beat the brakes off of who are they playing again this week?
Arizona.
Arizona, that's right.
Yeah,
they're going to beat the brakes.
They should have no problem
rolling. Yeah, this could be their get right game.
But that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
That being said, Arizona does have some random days where they figure out how to play football.
Yeah.
And it would be pretty funny if the Rams dropped 3 in a row heading into the playoffs.
That's true.
I'm very surprised that they gave this the Saturday. They gave that game the Saturday game.
Both the Saturday games are impactful games.
Yeah.
No, I understand that. And so is the Sunday night game.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised they didn't do the Seahawks and 49ers on Sunday night.
Well, I agree, and I think I think it was kind of a crappy move too to put the Seahawks, a day shorter, especially when we've got like Rashid in concussion protocol. Most likely he's not going to play now. Shahid is probably not going to play now because he's in concussion protocol, and that's one less day to get out. Right? There's more. We got to travel. I mean, there were a lot of things where I feel like they kind of made it a little bit more difficult for both teams. I mean, even San Francisco's got to come in and play.
Well, they did it purposely this way because they want this to be kind of set. Now, obviously, the only way it's 100% set is if the Panthers win.
Yeah.
But on Saturday, you'll know who the 1 seed, the 5 seed, and should know the 4 seed.
Yeah.
For without question. Obviously, the Saints and Falcons are going to be a very watched game at the 1 o'clock because that would become the highlight game to watch.
If Tampa wins, then that game is important. But see, that's why I can understand. That's why I understand why Tampa and Carolina were flexed, because you don't want Tampa Bay. You don't want the outcome of that game, of the Saints game and the Falcons game, to already be there. Because if the Falcons win, then the Tampa's really not playing for anything.
Exactly.
So at this, right? So like you have to block those Tampa team from seeing that. So I think I can understand that shift. I just don't understand why they shifted Seattle and San Francisco. At least keep us on a Sunday date, so then you have 2 games, like, because that
actually works.
Sunday morning and Sunday afternoon.
They wanted it to be a primetime game, though. So that's why it's the late game on Saturday. They wanted it to be the primetime game.
So not only that, the loser of this game is going to be playing on Monday Night Football in Tampa or in Carolina.
Yep.
So you're going to have an extra day, 2 days, really.
Yep.
For Monday Night Football. That kind of sucks the opposite way, though, because you guys will only have 6 days because you'll be playing on that Sunday the following week for the 5th seed.
Yeah, but you'll definitely be playing Sunday, not Saturday.
Yeah. It's going to be it's just interesting because that means to me, like, Sunday afternoon, Sunday morning games are just there. You're really just waiting for, once Saturday's over, really, you're just waiting for that Sunday night game. And it's Baltimore-Pittsburgh, which, I don't know. I think Baltimore's going to win it just because it is what it is. But,
if they actually let Derrick Henry run the ball, they will.
Yeah. But it's one of those, I just don't understand why they got a Sunday night game. Why couldn't you put the Seahawks then at the Sunday night game? Why does it have to be Baltimore and Pittsburgh?
Because it doesn't matter who wins that game. That they're going to have the 4 seed. The other team is out.
Yeah.
So that's the only difference. That's the reason why it's a win or go home situation for both teams.
Okay.
Without anything else that needs to occur. So that's the reason why they did it that way. And so I thought about that for why they wouldn't have put you guys like going for the number 1 seed or the 5 seed. But the truth of the matter is that actually does you guys an injustice. Because ultimately you guys being the last game, whoever loses that game is rushed now, because even though they're playing on Monday night, they're going to be going to the East Coast. You know what I mean? And, even though you get the extra day, you have the team before you has got an extra day on top of that. So it really does make a unfair advantage, which is the reason why I feel like that they are trying to keep the competitive advantage equal. That's what they're trying to do with this.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, we'll see. I'm excited, though. nervous. I don't know how to watch this game. I don't know if I need to go, if I'm going to watch it with people, or if I'm going to like sit in my hole and watch it, because Bo knows what I'm like from the Rams game.
Oh yeah,
I am so emotional.
You were losing your mind. It was hilarious.
I'm so up and down that like I don't know what to say on that one. That's where like I was going to ask you, because I didn't get to ask you yesterday, Pegs, and a few minutes left. I was hoping I could ask you, was being there for that Philly Buffalo, for that 2-point conversion. I wanted to know what the vibe was like, because you're sitting there watching and everybody's got to go like, hey, why are you going for 2? Why are you going for 2? But to have that open man.
I tell you, you want to know exactly how I felt? You want to know exactly how I was?
Yeah.
Watch Hard Knocks.
Okay.
Oh, fine.
Hard Knocks. I'd be willing to bet that it's going to show on Hard Knocks. The guy, I knew, I kind of felt that the guy's camera was on me, and then he told me. And I wasn't paying attention to the camera. I was yelling. I'm yelling that we're the best defense in the league. That you guys have been out there for 20 minutes. You've been holding them back. All you got to do is just this one last play. Blah, blah. I was on it. You know what I mean with that. And then of course when they missed the ball, I was cheering.
Yeah.
I was doing my thing. And then congratulating, the Bills fans and being like, hey, good luck in the playoffs, and but yeah, I was right there. It happened right in front of me, literally right in front of me. The incomplete pass was 5 yards away from me.
Oh, wow.
Literally.
Okay, so you got to see that firsthand, like really close. Nice.
Firsthand. I got to see the him getting into the end zone. I got to see, there was a number of different things that I was like all right there for. So, and that defense was tired. They were out there for 21 minutes in that half.
Yeah.
And he really blew it up. That was Allen.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say, what were the fans? What were Bill fans' reaction? Were they walking out going, trade Allen? I'm like, well, what's up with, pissed off at Allen? Or?
No, they definitely were not like trade Allen. Was that 2 seconds earlier they were saying MVP.
He carries their whole team.
And I tell you what,
I know, but
that's exactly correct. He was the reason why they scored both those touchdowns.
Yeah.
He literally ran them both in. Is what it is. And think about the defense, how we stopped them at the goal line.
Mm-hmm.
That was, it could have been, they could have won that game going away. But the defense held up.
Yeah.
So since we do only have a couple of minutes left, them releasing Diggs, that actually, outside of the contract, right? Because his contract was through 2028. He's been such a distraction and a problem this whole year. Them moving on from him is not a huge shock to me. There were, before he got hurt,
that whole family
that he looked
screwed.
Yeah, I know what.
He looked, there were plays that he took off, right? Low effort plays. Then he gets hurt. Plus he's had the attitude problem during the season. Yeah, them moving on from him, not a big shock. Obviously his brother is probably the bigger story of the two.
Yeah. The strangulation.
One just got out of jail and one just got out of trouble, and the other one just gets himself into it.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, and so he's going to get to play, though, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because his
actually, he's going for $1 million. He's got a really big bonus if he hits it, 1.5 million if he gets both his bonuses. I think 8 receptions and 130 yards.
He's going to need it if this lawsuit goes through.
Yeah.
This might be his retirement.
Oh, that's going to happen. Yeah, he's going to get dropped.
Felony charges of strangulation and suffocation. So,
yeah, no, exactly.
You're not going to see either Diggs back on a team again next year, I think.
You don't think so? You don't think Trayvon will get a job somewhere?
Someone will pick him up.
Yeah. Yeah, Joe doesn't make
Cleveland.
I'm surprised the Eagles couldn't pick him up. Spend a little bit of money, throw him on the roster just to have him.
No, he doesn't make their team better. So the problem with Diggs is he is a guy that isn't great in coverage, but had an upside impact on getting turnovers. The problem is he hasn't been able to do that second part. So he's still a little bit of a liability in coverage, and he's not getting the turnovers that he was. So it's not going to be a contender that's going to bring in a guy that is a little bit of a head case and doesn't have and hasn't had the upside of what we were used to seeing. I mean, think of the year that he was getting all those turnovers. He wasn't in the conversation for defensive player of the year because outside of the turnovers he was getting, he was a little bit of a liability in coverage, right? Like you could
get
move
smoked a lot.
Yeah. Right. So he was an all or nothing kind of player. Like he'd get the turnover, but then he'd also give up touchdowns. So even though he was having all of these turnovers, he was never in that conversation for the best defensive player. And that's because
I would not be surprised to see the 49ers get him, though. Take a flyer on him.
For the playoffs?
I think that's for the playoffs. They need help any which way they can get it right now. So I would not be surprised to see them pick him up.
Yeah,
what about Carolina? They can use help.
Carolina, their defense is actually the one good thing about that team. Right? So I don't think I'd add it to that. Green Bay, maybe. Like you may add him to Green Bay. Plus he knows people on that team, right? So maybe that plays a factor, but he's sitting in waivers right now. So maybe Washington picks him up. They're not a contender, but tough to say. Honestly, I think he clears waivers.
Right.
I don't see any of the I really don't see any of the contenders needing his particular brand of defense. So,
and I would only see like a team under just trying to screw everybody else.
Exactly. Which is why I think Washington would do something like that just to stick it to Dallas a little bit.
I guess that's true. They play this weekend, right? Dallas and Washington for the final game of the season.
No, Eagles play Washington.
Oh, that's right. Eagles do.
Oh, okay.
So that being said, that does get us to the top of the hour. If you're watching along with us, be sure to like and subscribe. Helps us bring our content to you. Otherwise, we are going to get out of here. Stay safe tonight and have some fun. We'll see y'all next year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, guys.